Green card holders, listen up. What I'm about to share with you could save your status in America. If you've ever had a DUI, a minor conviction, or even multiple speeding tickets, you need to hear this right now. 2026 is shaping up to be one of the toughest years for green card holders in recent history. And I know 2025 wasn't easy, but what's coming next is going to catch a lot of people off guard. I'm John from Dream Visa Updates, and today I'm breaking down 5 critical changes that every green card holder needs to know as we head into 2026. Let's dive right in. First up, and this is huge, deportation risk from old charges. Now, I know what you're thinking. That thing that happened 20 years ago, ancient history, right? Wrong. Dead wrong. In 2026, immigration officials are digging deep into your past. I'm talking 10 years ago, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. They're looking at everything. You need to understand something crucial here. Even decade-old convictions don't just disappear when it comes to immigration. They stay on your record forever. And here's where it gets real. I had a client from India who was convicted of battery 25 years ago. He also had shoplifting charges and a few other violations around that same time. Then nothing. Clean record for 25 years. Guess what happened? He got detained at the airport while traveling. This isn't just one isolated case. We saw this trend explode in 2025, and it's only going to intensify in 2026. So if you're sitting there thinking your old conviction is buried and forgotten, think again. Immigration never forgets. Go back through your files, get your records together, and talk to an immigration attorney. You need to be prepared, especially if you're planning to travel or apply for citizenship. These old convictions will come back to haunt you, affecting your moral character assessment and potentially blocking your path to citizenship. And when it comes to travel, there are no exceptions. Old convictions are going to be a major issue for green card holders in 2026. Don't say I didn't warn you. Number 2, misdemeanors and DUIs. These are potential grounds for detention and removal now. Here's what you need to understand. A single DUI or misdemeanor might not automatically lead to deportation, but repeated offenses. That's a different story. Multiple DUIs, multiple misdemeanors, these create a pattern. And here's the kicker. Even if they're separated by years, they still count against you. You could have had one DUI today and another one 20 years ago. Immigration sees both of them. The combination is what matters. And if we're talking about drugs or domestic violence, the situation becomes even more serious. Multiple convictions in these categories can be devastating, but even a single conviction could prevent you from traveling safely as a green card holder in 2026. If you have any DUIs on your record, especially multiple offenses, you need to talk to an immigration attorney immediately to assess your travel risks. Now, before we get to number 3, if you're finding this information valuable, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and click the notification bell so you don't miss any updates that could protect your immigration status. And give this video a like so we can help more people just like you stay informed and protected. Alright, number 3, let's talk about the specific dangers when you travel abroad. This is where things get really tricky for green card holders. When you're returning to the United States, you're facing severe risks of detention, even for old dismissed convictions. Let me say that again. Even dismissed charges can get you detained. We're also seeing green card holders detained for long absences from the United States. If you leave for more than 6 months, they're tracking you. They know when you left. They know how long you've been gone. And when you try to come back, you might find yourself in a detention room being pressured to sign a form called I-407, which basically means you're abandoning your green card. Do not sign that form. Ever. We're also seeing issues with people entering on reentry permits that have expired. Immigration officers at the border are asking pointed questions. Where do you live? Where do you spend most of your time? These aren't casual questions. They're testing whether you've maintained your residency in the United States, and if you have old convictions or long absences that cast doubt on where your core residency is, you better have solid answers ready. Here's something that surprises a lot of people. Even if you have a valid re-entry permit, don't assume you'll just walk through the airport without questions. Re-entry permits are being scrutinized now more than ever. You need to bring supporting documents that prove you intend to return to the United States permanently. Show evidence of why you had to leave and why you're coming back. People with re-entry permits are still being denied entry and sent back. A re-entry permit is valuable protection, but it's not a free pass. You need documentation to back it up. Number 4, the influence of current administration policies on green card holders. Early in 2025, we saw a wave of executive orders that gave immigration agents and port of entry officers significantly more power to detain green card holders. This is critical for you to understand. Just because you have a green card doesn't mean you're immune from detention if you have old convictions or any of the red flags I've mentioned. And we're not just talking about quick questioning and release. These detentions are serious. We've personally seen at least 10 to 15 cases of green card holders detained at airports and placed in custody for weeks, until their attorneys could secure bonds and get them released to fight their cases. Here's a crucial legal distinction you need to understand. If you're a green card holder with a conviction and you're inside the United States, you're generally protected. You're not deportable while you're in the country. But the moment you leave and try to come back, everything changes. Now you're facing inadmissibility. They can refuse to let you back in. You're not deportable when you're inside, but you become inadmissible when you try to re-enter. That's why in 2026, it's your responsibility as a green card holder to carry documentation with you when you travel. You need to be able to explain why you're coming back, provide proof of your ties to the United States, and if you have any criminal history, show why you should still be allowed to keep your green card. Travel prepared. Know what to say to immigration officials at the port of entry. Here's their playbook. They use intimidation tactics to pressure you into signing forms like the I-407 to surrender your green card. Why? Because it's actually very difficult for them to take your green card away from you. Only an immigration judge can do that. So if they interrogate you, if they question you, and you refuse to sign, they might detain you, but eventually you'll see a judge. You'll need an attorney to help you through the process. But here's the key. They're counting on your fear. They're banking on you being so worried about detention that you'll just surrender your green card to avoid the hassle. Don't fall for it. Once you give up that green card, getting it back is nearly impossible. More enforcement policies are coming in 2026. Educate yourself. Know what to say, know how to say it, and protect your right to keep your green card. Only a judge can take it away from you. Yes, you might be detained temporarily, but if you don't surrender it voluntarily, they can't strip it from you. And finally, number 5. This might be the most important point of all. Citizenship as protection. If you're eligible to apply for citizenship right now, stop what you're doing and start that process. I cannot stress this enough. It's essential. Applying for citizenship is getting harder. We already have a new citizenship test, but that's not even the biggest concern. The real issue is the increased vetting. People are facing intense scrutiny over moral character. We're seeing applicants denied for multiple traffic violations and speeding tickets. Things that never used to be a problem are now blocking people from citizenship. The system is making it harder because they don't want as many people becoming U.S. citizens. So if you qualify, if you're eligible, apply now. Don't wait. 2026 is your year to take action. Once you become a naturalized citizen, you're protected from these arrests and detentions. Yes, they might still question you at the airport, but they'll let you go. You can travel freely. You can spend more time abroad without worrying about losing your status. Citizenship is your shield. If you're eligible, make it happen. They're making the path harder every day, and I'm here to help you navigate that process successfully. So let me recap everything for you. Old convictions are coming back to bite people. Misdemeanors and DUIs are grounds for serious problems. Travel is becoming increasingly risky for green card holders. Current policies are giving officials more power to detain you, and citizenship is your ultimate protection. 2026 is going to be challenging, but if you're informed, if you're prepared, if you take action now, you're going to be just fine. Stay educated, stay protected, and most importantly, take control of your immigration status before it's too late. Thanks for watching Dream Visa Updates. If you found this valuable, share it with someone who needs to hear this message. Stay safe in 2026, and I'll see you in the next video.